beware. The Red Legion's about.
Two legs, do you come to me empty-handed? What is the meaning of this? The well holds powerful magic, as old as these trees. Our elders told us its true name. Your two-legged kind might call it the well that wanders. Throughout the forest, it would vanish and reappear, like a wolf on hunt. But what prey it seeks. Before I was cursed, I remember strongly atop the water was the scent of leechwood. Perhaps the well seeks that. This is a black pool. Old when the mighty trees were saplings. It used to wander throughout this corner of the wood until the sprites ensnared it. Return swiftly.
Oh.
Hail, traveler! Finally! For a while I thought only the Warsworn used the Yolven Road. Penry Kell's my name. Traveller by vocation. I have no trade, but I do have a job for one like yourself. Interested? New to the Feylands, yes? We travellers are folks without land, law, or king. We go where we want and do what we please. That aside, it's pretty much common knowledge that we're some of the greatest thieves in the land. Kiss a traveller and count your teeth, so the saying goes. Lambs, all of them, yes. The people in Gorhart wish to hide from the war beneath the trees. But you and I both know the truth. There's no running from the Tuatha. At first listen, the Fae speak in riddles, but bend an ear. They revere stories. It is how they give their lives meaning. If you can call what they do life, the House of Ballads is a place where the Fae revel in their past glories. It is north of here, if you're curious. It is the crossroads of the southern and eastern routes. It is also a haven for those wishing to escape the horrors of Webwood. To the west lies Gorhart Village. To the north is the House of Ballads. None are safe from its wilting touch, not even the travellers. Like everyone in Amalur, our fate is in the cards. I've travelled Webwood many times, but that was before the recent unpleasantness. Spiders have overtaken the forest. It is best avoided. I'm a firstborn traveller's child, raised to live the way my people have for centuries, by wit and wiles. Anyone who labours to defy nature is a fool. The Warsworn built that keep to stand for all time. But it will fall, like all the others. They should heed the lesson of Castle Yolven. If magic wishes to reclaim what's rightfully hers, she will do it. An ancient castle inhabited by spiders. They say a witch is involved in its overthrow. I do not know of such things. They usually stay with the war in the east, thankfully so. But I've killed a few here in the Dark Wood. Wish I knew what brought them. Most travellers have qualms about dealing with the fair folk. Harder to read than a human, and fewer many pockets to pick. These ballads, Fae, they are not only rich in lore. I've heard snippets of a ballad, and a beautiful ruby ring. And I need someone to help me get it. Never met a traveller before, have you? We may look humble, but our purses are always full. You can find a lot of coin if you know where to look. And when. The ballad is called Ring and Reprisal. I know little about it, but if we reenact the ballad step by step, the ring should come to us. In the story, a maiden asks a champion to reclaim a ring stolen by a troll. It's a few years too late, but I'll play the role of the maiden. You be the champion. First, you must prove your prowess by hunting wild antelope and bring back something to lure the troll. It is the story of a maiden who lost her ring to a greedy troll. A young knight, wishing to be her champion, offered to reclaim it. The champion killed antelope and used the carcass as bait. When the troll came to feed, the knight killed the troll and returned the ring to the maiden. The ballads of these fae repeat naturally, but if we reprise it now, we can force the troll and the ring to appear again. It's the way these fae work. Who knows? You'd have better luck getting an answer from one of these damn fae. But it's what the ballad calls for. You can find an antelope nearby. Bring them down and get proof of your kills. We'll need them later on. Hurry back!
It is there, Two Legs. The scent of water. Faint, but it does not escape me. My pack shall hear of your compassion and honor. I now go to the wilds and rejoin my pack. And now you may continue on your path, but with the knowledge of how to fight with the strength of a wolf. Now I shall drink deep of this potion and return to my kind.
The troll that stole the ring in the ballad is named Lecker the Corpulent. I guess he had a bit of a appetite. You need to mount the trophies just like the champion in the ballad. When all are displayed, Lecker should come. Once he's there, it should be easy business claiming the ring. I mean, you've killed a troll before, right? You need to display them in the ruins. That's what's going to draw out Lecker the Corpulent and get us the ring. I'll be here. What is it? Thanks for dealing with Lecker. I wasn't really afraid, mind you, just playing the part's all. Now that this business is over, just give me the ring and I'll give you your payment. And here's your reward. You know, you have the makings of a decent traveler, and I mean that as a compliment. You might try your hand at thievery. If you like it and you're good enough, you can sell your goods to our fences. New to the Feylands, ain't ya? We travelers are folks without land, law, or king. We go where we want and do what we please. That aside, it's pretty much common knowledge that we're some of the greatest thieves in the land. Kiss a traveler and count your teeth, so the saying goes. I have to say, the fair folk may be a little strange, but they have quite a way with stone. Thanks for your help in claiming this bauble. It was worth every coin. Pleasant travels. Well, if it isn't my champion come to see the fair maiden again. What brings you here, stranger? Pleasant travels.
Yeah. Have you come to protest the mission as well? The news has spread to every village. It's on every tongue. We are so close. St. Odwig's cannot resist much longer. And once it relents, all others will follow in its wake. The tome will be ours. Father Dinwell is denying that women can be ordained as members of the Order of Mitharu, despite scripture to the contrary. I know that they've got the proof in their reliquary, an ancient ordination tome, but they've never let me close enough to get a glance. All are welcome into Mitharu's embrace. Ha! The hypocrites! Don't commit any crimes on my account. Of course, if Mitharu compels you to see justice done, then I won't stand in your way. The Brothers of St. Odwig's perpetual mission keep the valuable tome in their reliquary, but no one outside the Order is allowed a glimpse. Great Mitharu! You found the ordination tome! I'd give a sack of gold to see the look on Father Dinwell's face. He will no longer be able to deny my entrance to the Order. Mitharu does embrace all. Thank you. I won't need any gold as a servant of Mitharu. Take what I have. It's yours. I will remember you in my prayers.
Welcome to Gorhart.
I'm sorry. Did you say something? I'm a bit lost in thought. Today could be the day, you know? Camden could be the next one to round that corner. My experience is limited to Arnik Arjuna and Katrin Allway. They seem the same as any of the rest of us. Wiser, perhaps, but decent, hard-working folk. I was born and raised right here in the village. Well, not in Gorhart proper, but on a farmstead outside the village boundaries. It was a good life. Before the war, of course. I'm hardly a scholar, but I can tell you what I know. There are two Fey factions, the gentle Court of Summer and its coarser cousin, the Court of Winter. As a child, we were told stories of their ancient rivalry. These are surely myths, but enough to scare a young girl. In the last few years, the Court of Winter has fallen, corrupted by a group of powerful Fey called the Tuatha. It's the Tuatha we fight, and the Tuatha we will defeat. I was a miller's love who became a miller's wife. Now I am the wife of a soldier. My duty is to hold vigil for my beloved and for all our men on the lines. Truth be told, I know nothing of why the Tuatha are at war with the Alfar, nor why men fight the way they do. All I know is who picks up the pieces. The Tuatha's madness infected the Winter Court. All Fae existed peacefully for centuries, until the Tuatha got involved. It's sad. It's strange. Those old birds have been perched on that hill for as long as I can remember, staring down over the rest of us in the village like hawks. I know so little about them. I don't even know their names. It's my understanding that they were once members of the Court of Winter, and Fae like any other. But something dark lured them, took them, and twisted them in its grip. I would think they were a myth if not for the Tuatha. The Fae keep far from us. Perhaps they view us as intruders in their lands. Perhaps they disapprove of our civilized ways. Perhaps they know something we don't. I fear that most of all.
He is my husband. Although we were together for only one night before he marched. His militia fights under the banner of General Finn. We had one night together, and then he departed for 3 long years. He will return. My heart tells me so.
I can't give you much in return, but what I have is yours. The Alpha army is notoriously secretive with their information, and all my pleas for help have been ignored. You might find something in Dyden Hill. That is where Camden volunteered. Of course, that was years ago. Thank you for your kindness. I will be waiting here for news.
No! I don't care what any paper says. Those are just words on a page. They mean nothing. You must find out the truth.
On that very road, the one leading east to the Rathir coast, he was heading off to enlist at the station in Dyden Hill. That was years ago. How would I look to him now? Farewell.
Hello there.
You're a brave soul coming to Didenhill. This little village is faring pretty badly, and I would know. I was in the war. It's in your best interest to fill your pack and depart as soon as you're able. The blood plague works fast, very fast. You don't want to know about me. Besides, that name hardly means anything to me now. I came back different, a shadow of the boy from Gorehart. I'd rather not talk about it if that's okay with you. I think about the war enough as it is, and I doubt these wolves will ever let me forget it. It's pretty nasty, and I've seen my fair share of infections and ailments, We had plenty of them in the trenches and on the walls of Melson Shear. It was once an old Alfar outpost, nothing extraordinary. Then it became the last line of defense, where we held back the Tuatha through long nights of fire. Melson Shear is where I lost this hand, and where I knew I'd never come home the same man that I left. You met Gisela? How? I sent that death notice. She should know that I'm dead. She cannot know that I survived. Call me a coward. Call me whatever you wish. I am not the same man she wed so long ago. I am broken. I cannot subject her to the nightmares, the wounds, the restlessness. I will spare her that torment. I don't know. I've endured much, but perhaps she has endured even more. Her silent vigil has no doubt been as trying as my time on the battlefield. You're right. This reunion is one we both deserve. We have earned our happiness. How could I have ever considered anything else? Thank you truly. Thank you. I paid a scholar to fashion a false death notice, the kind the army uses to inform the next of kin that a soldier has fallen in the line of duty. A courier left with it several days ago. All my hope for Gisela's future went with it.
Haven't been to Hunter's Pit since last spring.
Need something?
It is you! I never dared hope that this day would come. Once you start to believe in the fantasy, the reality becomes too unbearable to return to. Camden has returned to me, and you have made it so. You have done the impossible, and for that, I owe you more than this meager reward. I can see a future now, where before there was only the harsh cold of a long winter. Now there is the warmth of spring. Thank you. Farewell.
come in.
What? What do you need? Troublesome creatures, the Alpha. No doubt this war is a result of their meddling in the affairs of others. Look around you. These are no mere woods. This is the heart of the Feylands. Once you enter the forest, you won't emerge again until you reach the plains. We here in Gorehart are far from the front, and deliberately so. Our hearts may be with the Alpha, but our bodies stay here, safe on the other side of Dalentarth. We've seen our fair share of dead. The truth is, we have as many cemeteries as we do settlements. It is an Alpha stronghold in the east, and if the reports from the front are to be believed, Melsenshire is all that stands between the Tuatha and us. I intended to pledge my sword to the Alpha, to fight the blasted Tuatha. Had my helmet freshly polished, my sword sharpened to a deadly edge. Then I saw the carts headed west. They carried the corpses of the fallen, some all the way from Melsenshire. After that, my fire to fight went out. Forever. I was raised to know weapons before anything else. You won't meet many women who could fashion arrow fletchings before they could speak. I hear their warriors die as easily as any others, only they don't stay dead. That can be a problem during wartime. The Fae are one with this land in ways that no mortal race could ever be. They are true creatures of magic. Leave the village, walk 50 paces in any direction, and you'll find a Fae. Pray it's a friendly one. So long.
Greetings. Did you see the war sworn at the inn? I wonder if he's trying to find new hirelings. Maybe I should volunteer.
Did you hear? One of the monks ran off into the woods looking for Fae.
Come in. You wouldn't believe how busy we've been since that Fae arrived. You will find it settled on a small lake beside the eastern road. Compared to Gorehart, Didenhill could be called a city. Some call it the Camp of Cowards, on account of it being settled by those who refuse to enter the forest. Can you blame them? Never trust a wood that whispers. There's Nettie the smith, and Nanny handles potions and remedies. The inn's across the way if you fancy a pint. Keep an eye out for the Red Legion, though. Oh, I doubt it's an organized group. More likely that it's one scared idiot with a knife. I heard someone in the village mention the Red Legion, but that can't be true. The Alpha and the Tuatha have been at each other's throats for nearly a decade now. I can't remember the reason. I wonder if they can, the fools. I refuse to speak of them. Please respect my wishes. I told you, I will say no more on this matter. The Fae are elemental creatures, magical and strange. None too considerate of us mortals either. They see us like pets or Worse, like bugs. It's best that you stay out of the Eastern Forest. I've seen things you can't even imagine. The road is dark and dangerous, and it's a long hike to Didenhill. Come see me again. What do you need today? Come see me again.
Times are hard, but hard times can pay if you're willing to take risks. If you have the sword and stomach for this sort of work, we could use another strong arm among the warsworn. Peaceful enough, if it's peace and quiet you like. Trouble with bandits and rogues now and then, that's when they send for me. Shieldring, the oldest home to the warsworn. In the Feylands, at least. That's me, warsworn since before you've been drawing breath, and Oathblade near as long. Easy now, stripling. Earn your way to Pledge Shield first. Then, in 5 or 10 years' good service, you'll make Oathblade. There's a war in the east, and Dalentarth's got our own troubles with the Red Legion thieves. Some say they've seen Tuatha in these parts. Fools. I'll believe that when I see it. What have you been living under? We've been at war with the Tuatha for 15 years. A name taken by some lot of scoundrels to glorify their thievery. A name breeds fear and doesn't die like a man. But killing the men who use the name is a start, eh? They're unlike any Fey you've ever seen. Red eyes to match their armor, and fierce as rabid wolves. Some may try to color it with fancy words, but we're warriors for hire. The best in these lands. You'll find those who have taken the oath are held in the highest respect all over Amalur. Think if you must. If I'm not here, you could take your chances with Old Tyne in Shieldring Keep. Without my endorsement, he'll set you to work. We're fighters for hire. There are none better with steel, swinging it, or shaping it, and none held in higher regard. Fey are folk, but not mortal folk. They're not concerned with the things we mortals are. Right then.
Strange times. Avoid Didenhill. The blood plague is spreading.
Hello.
Come on over. Exciting, isn't it? A fae living in the village like an ordinary person. Some excitement for a change. New to the area? I don't recall the last time I met someone who was unfamiliar with the Alpha. There are two groups. There used to be one, but that was many years ago. The Loselfar are cool, slightly aloof. The Dockelfar, however, are very friendly, but their charm masks a mischievous nature. It's as good a place as any, I guess. The Fae are strange, but they rarely bother us down here. I worry more about Nanny Henry, the creepy old alchemist. Nothing of interest to tell. I'm just a simple farm girl from the plains of Erethel. I left home as a girl and travelled west. Found myself here in Gorhart. I must be honest, sometimes I forget who we are fighting. All I know is that the humans and Alpha have been battling the enemy for close to 10 years now. The mission? I don't know much about it. I will say this, it's a waste of good lads, that Order of Mitharu. Not many available suitors in Gorhart, if you haven't noticed. Vast rolling hills east of here near the coast. You should head that way if you wish to join the war effort. The Alpha need all the help they can get. All I know is what I've heard from others. They say that the fair folk possess powerful nature magic. That would explain the beauty of these woods. Nice talking to you. Hi.
Still here, huh? Can't quite decide if you want to hear what the cards say, can you? Everyone thinks the immortal Fae are enigmas, but they've got it all wrong. The Fae are simple, far simpler than mortals. They never change. Even when their bodies die, they reform again, often years later. What could this all mean?
What can the dwarf do in this far west? Need supplies? Try the corner shop.
I'm glad Aluvia's feeling better. I don't mind.
Damn. Legion.
Not to offer.
Welcome. What do you need today? Come see me again.
May I help you? Be safe.
Greetings.
Welcome.
Today is the...
Please, make yourself at home. Mitharu's blessings are meant for all who are friends of the church. She has been found sufficient, and we have accepted her into the fold with open arms. Mitharu's order can be seen in many small moments. Sometimes it takes one loud voice to make all others hear the truth.
Oh, I didn't see you come in. I was reading this letter, and is there anything I never thought it would happen. They're coming. Even with everything else going on in this village, the Red Legion is coming for me. I'll admit it. My past is a tapestry of drunkenness and loose morals, women and wine. I'm not proud of it, but I couldn't have gotten where I am without making mistakes. The people here are kind, yet suspicious. They believe the mission harbors secrets, and they're right. It filled the hunger I was hoping to sate with wine, women, anything and everything. The mission gives my life meaning. I was not always the pious man you see before you. No, I was a scoundrel, a raider in the dreaded Red Legion, a gang of the notorious bandit Red the Dead Idward. But plunder could not sustain me. I wanted something more. Several of us faked our deaths and deserted, always knowing that Red might track us down. And now, he has. It's all here in Red's letter. He demands we satisfy the blood rite. 2 lives for 1. He'll let me go, but only if I kill the men who deserted with me. but I cannot. I could hand myself over to Red, but he'd have me killed. The only other choice is to kill the men who left with me. I can't do that. I'm not the man I used to be. I do what I must. I only hope Ugnar and Itrin will forgive me. Ugnar works in Gorhart village. Itrin haunts the ruins near Haxi, still struggling with his demons. Be on your guard. I fear they will likely come for me as well. When it's finished, take their daggers and bring them to Red Edward. He will demand proof. Take mine to start. Good luck, my friend. May Mitharu bless you. I fought under Red for years, yet I know nothing of him. I do know this. He will do anything to get what he wants. The most dangerous kind of man is one without limits. It is a sacrament of the Red Legion. When you commit a crime, you must pay a penance. Surrender your life or the lives of 2 others. Ugnar could always be found by Red's side, Red's right hand. But beneath his brutal exterior, Ugnar was a good man, tortured by the ghosts of his dead wife and children. Itrin, however, rivals only Red Edward in his bloodlust. They say he was once a Justicar, but was expelled for brutality. His devotion to his god Enadon is fanatical. Ugnar works for the inn at Gorhart. Itrin has taken to calling himself the Shade, and robs travelers in Haxi. Mitharu is with you.
We fight for justice.
Make it quick. I've got work to do. Can't pay my debts with firewood, not in Gorhart. What do you know of the Red Legion? Whatever it is, forget it. You'll be safer, wiser, and better off in the end. Ignorance is bliss, my friend. I knew it was only a matter of time, and I'm not surprised. Delph will do anything to save his own hide, but hiring a sword to do his bloody work is disgraceful. If you want to collect my dagger, you'll have to fight me for it. Steel for steel. I used to be quite the scrapper. Didn't Delph tell you that? Edward knows where I am. When he shows up, the only thing to keep me from death is still having this knife. You're right. I've spent years trying to bury my past, hoping to wash away my sins with an honest day's work. If I took the blood right, Red would owe me once more. Take my dagger, tell him I'm dead, for the Ugnar Odgrey you once knew is truly gone. This is folly, you know that.
Good day.
forest you call Dalantarth was ruled by Issa. The god-king fostered communion, a sharing. The mortals heeded his wisdom. The Fae followed his spirit. He linked the natural with the divine and became a nature unto himself. He knew the lives of elf, human, gnome, and all people. He showed the Fae these words and ways. He united the Oath clans. As the meadow grows into woodland, so did Issa grow the court of summer.
story of two valiant souls I bring. Of the lords named Aylmer and Creth I sing. Two hearts united against common foes. The thoughts in mind of one, the other knows. Lord Creth, a Fey knight's most stoic and grave. Lord Aylmer's night hand and shadow, the brave. And genteel Aylmer, his equal in might, the dawn to Creth's dusk, the day to his night. Here's the tale of how they stopped a troll. The maid of Windermere misled its soul. The troll named Nyx had a most troubled heart. In nature it was displeased with its part. It hated its difference from the norm, and wished to shed its current form. In grief it went to the maid Windermere. She motioned to Nyx and beckoned him near. "It is your wish to be human, I see," she whispered to the troubled troll in glee. "I shall grant you your wish and make you so. You are a human now," she cackled. "Go."
tracking you for some time. Enadon keeps you strong, but I am stronger. Delph and Ugnar will perish. 2 lives for one. It is the blood right, and I will be free of it at last. Give me Delph's dagger, and you may find mercy in Enadon. True, but I know him, and he will not rest until one of us is satisfied the blood right. 2 must die, so 1 will live. I intend to be the one to live. Gold has its uses. If Red Idward believes me dead, then I am truly free. Take the dagger. I pray it brings you better fortune than it brought me. Good luck with Red. Fine day, isn't it?
Good evening.
As the tree roots into the earth, the tendrils of thoughts twist to the soul. As the fire renews the field, the birthing labours produce the foal. As the mantis climbs to his mate, the heart outstretched to her fair hand. As the hunter kills its prey, beside this hill he crafts from sand.
Lad, fuck lad.
I knew neither of them would face me himself. Who sent you? Was it Delph? Agnar? Dangerous, yes, but narrow as a blade. That one couldn't see beyond the realm of his precious Enodon. He suffers for it. They are my sons and brothers, a vast family with one goal in this short life. To punish the weak and initiate the strong. Soon, all of Amalur will see red. His betrayal was the coldest. I dragged that boy from the depths of a Mergen nest, and then raised him as my own. It's a shame his spine leaked out of him. So, you're here on behalf of Delph, that traitorous sow. I gather you're here to send a message as well. Let me guess. Blood has been paid for his crimes. What Delph doesn't realize is that the blood right is a privilege of the Red Legion, and he lost that privilege when he betrayed us. The choice is yours, stranger. Throw your lot in with the monk and his coward god, or work for me. At least I will pay you for your trouble. Don't tell me you're as thick as your friend Delph. I require his death. Either you can do it, or I will send another. It's your choice. Unwise. Some of us are richer than kings. If you're not with us, you're against us. The Red Legion drinks the blood of its enemies. I asked you a question.
Hello there.
It's done? I don't know how I feel. It's like the end of a long nightmare. How can I ever thank you? I took up a collection around the mission. I lied and said it was for charity, but you understand. The others can never know. Thank you. See you soon.